This is a regulated resolution. I want to be sure it gets done today.
Mr. Ferguson. Okay, please. Repeat, please.
Right.
There's the paper sheet. Once you in the file.
I think you might have to file up there because I don't think.
Oh, maybe I buried it. Just do that. All right, we are back on the record on docket 24635 FC, People of the State of Michigan versus Golden Allen Brown. Sir, you're still under oath, and I understand you had an additional opportunity and time to speak with your attorney. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And you have changed your mind in regard to the final pretrial, although you rejected it. There's a minor change, so the Michigan Department of Corrections 15 years is no longer 15 years. It's the same agreement as I understand it. We'll ask the people, but now it's, let me see, 13 and a half years.
12.
Or I'm sorry, 12 and a half years. Okay, 12 and a half years. So it's 150 months, right?
Yes,
So
Your
12
Honor.
and a half years instead of the 15 years.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
that's what you're willing to take. So you're going to be pleading to count 2 home invasion with habitual fourth. I will set the maximum, but the minimum will be the 12 and a half years.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, were there any other changes on behalf of the people?
There are no other changes, Your Honor. The people upon a successful plea sentence will dismiss count 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, habitual, mandatory 25-year notice, and then restitution to be determined at the time of sentencing. I would note for the record to avoid confusion that count 3 was dismissed at the preliminary examination, which is why it's not mentioned.
Thank you. Full, fair, accurate, complete?
Yes, Your Honor.
Full, fair, accurate, and complete?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are you waiving reading the counts 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the mandatory 25,
Yes, Your Honor.
as to count 2 and habitual?
Here are people of the state of Michigan v. Golden Brown, State of Michigan, County of Anal. In the name of the people of the state of Michigan, the prosecuting attorney for this court, for this county, appears before the court and informs the court that on 7/2/2024 at 3355 South Stockbridge Road, the defendant did in count 2 break and enter or did enter without permission a dwelling located at 3355 South Stockbridge Road with the intent to commit a carjacking, a felony, or larceny of keys therein, and while entering, present in, or exiting the dwelling, Clara Gasche, Gasche, and or Jeffrey Owens, and or Gerald, Gerald, Gasche, was lawfully present therein. This is contrary to Michigan law, a felony, 20 years and or $5,000, and a consecutive sentence may be imposed for any other conviction arising out of the same transaction. Take notice that the defendant was previously convicted of 3 or more felonies or attempts to commit felonies, in that on or about 1/17/2017, he was convicted of the offense of larceny building in violation of Michigan law in the 4th Circuit Court for Jackson, in the state of Michigan, and on or about 1/18/2008, he was convicted of the offense of home invasion first in violation of Michigan law in the 4th Circuit Court for Jackson County, state of Michigan, and on or about 7/13/2006, he was convicted of the offense of resisting and obstructing a police officer in violation of Michigan statute in the 6th Circuit Court for Oakland County in the state of Michigan. Therefore, life, if the primary offense has a penalty of 5 years or more, 15 years or less, if primary offense has a penalty under 5 years, the maximum penalty cannot be less than the maximum term for a first conviction. Your Honor, that makes count 2 a maximum life offense, and this was done against the peace and dignity of the state of Michigan.
Thank you. Sir, did you understand what was just read?
Yes, ma'am.
So you understand count 2, home invasion, first degree, normally a felony punishable by 20 years. It is a punishable offense by life because of the habitual fourth. However, the plea agreement is 12.5 years on the minimum. And as long as things go well between now and sentencing, that 12.5 years would be imposed. If I impose more than that, I would allow you to withdraw your plea. And if I impose less than that, the people could withdraw their offer. However, if you violate the law between now and then, I don't have to honor that agreement. Do you understand all of that?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And it looks like you signed the advice of rights form.
I did.
Did you read it before you signed
I
it? Did you understand what you read?
I did.
And if you had any questions about the plea, your rights, or anything else, your attorney was able to answer those?
I think I'm pretty clear.
And you have chosen now to plead after talking with the court, counsel re-talking, and then you had another conversation with your attorney. You
Yes, I
decided to plea of your own free will.
yes, I had a couple conversations with my attorney and I took his advice, and yes, I, on my own free will, he
And
explained it clearly.
very good. And nothing else was promised to you other than the plea agreement. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you've been satisfied with the representation of counsel?
I am.
Thank you. As to count 2, home invasion, first degree, how do you plead?
I plead guilty.
And sir, you understand that by pleading, you're giving up certain rights and defenses you would have had you had a bench trial or jury trial, such as automatic right of appeal. Now you'd have to ask permission of the Court of Appeals to appeal. They may or may not take up your case. You're giving up the presumption of innocence, the ability to cross-examine witnesses and evidence, the ability to choose to provide a defense, to remain silent or testify, et cetera. You understand all those things you're giving up.
I do, Your Honor.
All right. And other than this plea agreement, has anybody told you what else I can do at sentencing or what else I will do? I'm sure you've gone over options, but has anybody told you that I
Nothing
will do something?
specific.
Okay, thank you. Sir, did this offense occur on or about July 2nd, 2024
It did.
in the township of Stockbridge, County of Hingham, state of Michigan,
Yes, ma'am.
at a specific location known as 3355 South Stockbridge Road?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that residence where someone lived or could live?
It is.
And did you enter it without permission?
I did.
And was it the intent to enter it to take something that did not belong to you?
It was.
And did you enter it through the door, window, garage? How did you enter it?
Through a doorway.
And did you have to push the doorway open?
No.
Was it already open?
I followed the victim, Ms. Gash, and I spoke to her on the sidewalk, and I followed her into the house and told her I needed a set of keys to that truck.
Okay, and you did that by threat. So she didn't invite you, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And when you did that, you had no intention of returning the truck, right?
I don't think so, no.
Well, do you not return the event?
No. Yeah, I remember.
You remember them?
You know,
So you took the keys, you entered really without permission, you just sort of followed her in, said, I need the keys, and then she gave them to you?
yeah, yes, ma'am.
And then you didn't have any intention of returning the vehicle, and when she was in there, that was Clara Jean Gash,
Yes, ma'am.
Gasche, and Jeffrey Owens and or Gerald Gash were also lawfully present in the home?
Not as I read the police report, it was just her.
Just
Well,
her.
I think the one guy was in, but the husband, Gerald, was in the garden out back.
Okay, but they
But
were
they were all
home.
present at the home.
And none of them invited you in, correct?
No, ma'am.
All right. And you didn't have any lawful right to be there or to take the keys that belonged to the
Yes,
truck?
I did not.
That belonged to the what?
The truck. Well, I guess it was a GMC Sierra. All right. Would you agree that the keys you took belonged to the GMC Sierra?
Yes.
All right, very good. On behalf of the people, any additional questions?
At the time you entered the house, you stated, Mr. Brown, that Clara was in the house with you, correct?
Yes.
So despite your knowledge of whether or not other people were in the house at the time you were in there, Clara at least was, correct?
Yeah, she was present right in front of me.
And you don't dispute the fact that you've previously been convicted of 3 felonies as I read them?
Correct, sir.
I have no further questions, thank you, Your Honor.
And sir, that would be on or about March 4th, 1985. You were convicted of the offense of receiving and concealing in the Fourth Circuit Court for Jackson.
Yes.
And on March 14th, 1984, you were convicted of the offense of attempt false pretenses in violation of the statute in the 13th District Court for Jackson, Michigan.
Yes, Your Honor.
And on or about July 23rd, 1987, you were convicted of the offense of larceny by conversion in violation of the statute in the Fourth Circuit Court for Jackson.
Yes, Your Honor.
So this would be the fourth, and that's why it is enhanced to that habitual fourth, the life.
I follow that.
All right, very good. Any additional
No,
questions,
no.
counsel? Thank you. Are counsel aware of any promises, threats, or inducements other than those already placed on the record?
You are not, Your Honor.
No.
Has the court complied with the court rule?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
I find defendant's plea has been freely, voluntarily, knowingly, and understandingly made without undue influence, threats, coercion, or promises of leniency. I also find there are sufficient grounds to accept defendant's plea. Therefore, count 2 will enter count 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the mandatory 25-year sentence portion of the habitual fourth offense notice are hereby dismissed. And as counsel said earlier, count 3 had been dismissed at preliminary examination. Any outstanding warrants, if any, are hereby recalled and dismissed. Do we have a sentencing date?
October 21st at 10:00 a.m.
Restitution will be discussed at the time of sentencing. If there were any Weapons or contraband, those are forfeited at this time. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Yeah, just one thing. The passwords for my wife, that highest passwords. And we got to took them out of my wife's car that was sitting in the driveway next to the house where I took the truck. Well, yeah, my wife needs those passwords and stuff back.
All right, so what I've overheard, okay,
Oh.
thank you,
I'm sorry.
is that police have certain evidence and some of that belongs to your wife, and that includes a folder that has passwords.
Correct.
If the police are finished with that, I will allow those to be released to her. So if they still need them for any reason, certainly they could give her a copy of those passwords. All right. And counsel, if we need an order, we can do that. I don't think there's any harm in doing that.
Your Honor, I've made a note of that request. I do know that the main investigator is currently involved in a trial down the hall. So it might be a few before I can get with him and deal with that, but I will, on behalf of the people, look into that, see what we can do.
I appreciate
No
that.
problem.
Is your wife in the courtroom today?
No.
All right, but are you talking with her so you can convey that?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
she's at work.
okay, that's fine. So, sir, probation is going to come and see you. They're going to do a very detailed pre-sentence investigation report that we'll talk about October 21st at 10 at the time of sentencing, okay?
Okay.
And bond is revoked just to make sure all of your days count, and we'll talk more about that at the time of sentencing. I appreciate you all spending the extra time in resolving this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I thank you for your time too.
Gonna handle Randy King next. Next, Randy King. So happy. We've got him one there. Page 3. He's got 3 cases. Okay, go ahead and stand on the podium. You're turning. Yes.
All right, this is docket 26-1252FH, 26-1249FH, 26-93FH. Council, oh, I'm sorry, this, no, one of these is not. It should be just 2 files. Is there just 2
No,
files?
there's 3. You're on. 3 files, Your Honor.
Does that have an extra name on it? Oh, I see what happened. There's a middle name that's put. All right. So then also 26-93FH. People of the state of Michigan versus Randy James King. Counsel, your appearance for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. APA Barbucks on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. May I have the one for Mr. King, who is there here by my side?
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Thank you. You put your hand down. There. Okay, I see what happened. There is a final pretrial. It's on 2 pages of the docket, 2 separate pages, so don't know why the computer did that, but it looks like all 3 are set for a final pretrial. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, and Have you had that final pretrial?
We have, Your Honor, and we worked out a plea agreement that I believe we're working on right now.
Okay. Sir, have you taken any medication yesterday or today?
Yeah,
Is it anything that would interfere in your ability to understand the court or your attorney?
no,
Is there medication you're supposed to be on that you're not on?
no,
Any sign of fever, COVID, or other illness?
no,
And you had enough time to speak with your attorney?
I have.
All right, and I understand, Ms. Wunsch, those are the documents that you would like to present to me?
Yes, Your Honor, may I
Thank you, you may approach. Sir, are you a US citizen?
Yes, I am.
When you're not in lockup, are you able to work?
Yes,
What do you do?
multiple jobs, handyman, the El Dorado, is a nightclub, in Jolly and Cedar. I work for him. I work for Les. He does, the detail car
Okay,
wash.
so you have lots of skills, you can be employed.
Absolutely.
All right, and did you graduate high school?
Diploma.
Good, very good.
Thank you.
And at the time of the offense that you're pleading to, were you on probation, parole, or bond conditions before another court?
I believe it was bond condition.
Before me? Is that why I have 3 files?
Correct.
Okay, and you had enough time to talk with your attorney?
I have.
All right, very good. And counsel, do you believe he's oriented to date,
Yeah,
time, and
sure.
place, let's understand what's occurring?
Yes, Your Honor.
I do as well. He's been able to, he has good eye contact, body language, and has been able to answer all of my questions very well. On behalf of the people, what is the plea agreement related to these files?
Yes, Your Honor, there is a global agreement in regards to all 3 files. The defendant will be pleading in 26-1252-FH to possession of methamphetamine/ecstasy. Upon successful plea and sentencing, the habitual offender 4 will be dismissed. And the people would be dismissing in its entirety 26-1249-FH and 26-093-FH. Restitution will be ordered on the 26-093 case of $360 to DOTY Mechanical. All contraband seized will be forfeited, and there will be a no upfront jail at the time of sentencing, with defendant agreeing to do outpatient treatment as part of his probation.
So the question, you know what I'm gonna ask, so let's just get it off the table now, is, I don't know how long he's been in jail, but once he takes the plea, can we sentence him to treatment before sentencing, or?
I would have no issue with that, Your Honor. I do just want to make sure he gets into treatment.
Yes, and that would be met specific.
I was going to ask that anyway.
Yes. Well, that's the way I like to roll, so thank you. Just thought I'd put it right up front. All right, is the plea agreement that was just stated full, fair, accurate, and complete, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it full, fair, accurate, and complete? That's your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and counsel, you're waiving reading in their entirety docket 26-93 FH and 26-1249 FH. As well as, I think there was a habitual on this file, so the only thing that would be read is count 1.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, ask the reading count 1.
Yes, Your Honor. The people of the state of Michigan versus Randy James King. In the name of the people of the state of Michigan, the prosecuting attorney of this county appeared before the court and informs the court that on the date and at the location described below, the defendant in count one, controlled substance, possession of methamphetamine/ecstasy, on or about December 22nd, 2025, at Fenton Street, near Cedar Street, Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan, the defendant did knowingly or intentionally possess methamphetamine, contrary to statute. This is a felony that is punishable up to a maximum of 10 years and or $15,000. Court shall order law enforcement to collect a DNA identification profile sample for sentencing or disposition, if not taken at the time of arrest, and against the peace and dignity of the state of Michigan.
Sir, did you understand what was just read?
I did.
So you understand count one, possession of a controlled substance known as methamphetamine/ecstasy is a felony punishable by 10 years and or $15,000.
I understand.
And you understand that today all weapons, drugs, contraband, paraphernalia, whatever was seized is forfeited.
Yes,
And there's restitution, and I don't know if there's other restitution, but any restitution on the dismissed files would be on this file. And you've already agreed to the $360 for DOT blind mechanical, is that correct?
that is correct, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And it looks like you signed the advice of rights form. Did you read it before you signed it?
Yes,
Did you understand what you read?
I did.
And if you had any questions about your rights, the agreement, anything else, you were able to ask those of your attorney and have them answered?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about your rights at this court?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
And you are going to be pleading of your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
And no one forced, threatened, coerced you, or promised you something other than the plea agreement that caused you to plead, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And you decided to plead after you met with your attorney and discussed all these issues?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And you've been satisfied with the representation of your attorney, is that correct?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Sir, as to count one, possession of a controlled substance known as methamphetamine/ecstasy, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
And you understand that by pleading, you're giving up your automatic right of appeal. If you want to appeal, you first have to ask permission of the Court of Appeals. You're giving up the presumption of innocence. You're giving up the right to cross-examine witnesses and evidence. You're giving up the right to have defense or to call witnesses, and also to hold the people to their burden of beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand all of that?
I do, Your Honor.
Now, has anyone told you what I will do at sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
And that's because I don't know. I will make up my mind at the time of sentencing. There is an agreement for no upfront jail at the time of sentencing. If you violate the law or bond conditions between now and then, I don't have to honor that. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
However, if I sentence you to jail at the time of sentencing, I would allow you to withdraw your plea, and this matter would again go back to the pretrial stage. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
So that means, and we talked a few minutes ago about me sending you to treatment now after you plead, because then you'd be eligible. And once a bed is found, I give you a PR bond and you go to treatment. Now, if you walk out of treatment, that'd be a violation, and I don't have to honor this agreement. Do you understand that?
I understand, Your Honor.
All right. So if you violate the law or bond conditions, no deal. However, if I don't follow it, then I would allow you to withdraw your plea. You got all that clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Sir, did this offense occur on or about December 22nd, 2025
Yes, Your Honor.
in the city of Lansing County of Ingham, state of Michigan,
That is correct, Your Honor.
at a specific location known as Fenton Street near Cedar Street? You came in contact with law enforcement?
That's correct, Your
Were you
Honor.
walking on a bicycle in a vehicle?
In a vehicle, Your Honor.
Were you the driver or the passenger?
Passenger.
Do you know why the vehicle was stopped?
My understanding is there was faulty plates.
Okay. And so law enforcement pulled over based on the faulty plates, and then how is it they came to find you in possession of meth? Did you tell them, or did they do a search? What happened?
They did a
next?
search in the vehicle.
Did the owner of the vehicle give them permission to search?
From my understanding, yes, Your Honor.
And they ended up finding meth. Was it yours?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where was it located?
Inside a Louis Vuitton bag.
Expensive bag to put that in.
Yeah, hopefully
Probably
it's
more
in my
expensive than the
property.
meth.
Yeah.
Okay, so where in the vehicle was that found?
And then Cedar Street, Your Honor.
No, but was it in the
Oh,
seat?
it was inside the Louis Vuitton bag,
Where was the bag?
on the floor below where I was sitting.
Okay, so it was yours, it was under your control.
Correct.
And you didn't have any license or special permission or authority to have that methamphetamine, is that true?
No, Your Honor.
So that's true, yes?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And on behalf of the people, it was tested and found to be meth?
That is correct, Your Honor. There was a true narc done on it.
Thank you. Any additional questions on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor, the people are satisfied.
Thank you. Counsel, on behalf of your client.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Our counsel, where promises, threats, or inducements other than those already placed on the record.
No, Your Honor.
Has the court complied with the court rule?
You have, Your Honor.
You have, Your Honor.
I find defendant's plea has been freely, voluntarily, knowingly, and understandingly made without undue influence, threats, coercion, or promises of leniency. I also find there are sufficient grounds to accept defendant's plea. Therefore, count one on docket 26-1252 FH will enter. The habitual is dismissed in its entirety, as well as dockets 26-93 FH and 26-1249 FH are dismissed in their entirety. Any restitution will be brought in this file. We already know about the $360. We'll talk about other restitution if there is any, and all contraband weapons, paraphernalia is hereby forfeited. If there are any outstanding warrants related to these three files, those are also recalled and dismissed. Do we have a sentencing date?
October 21st at 10:30 a.m.
Does that be with your schedule, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
I need a button. All right, so sir, I'm going to give you a $20,000 PR bond upon acceptance and transfer to meth specific long-term residential treatment. So I don't know if that's gonna be tonight, tomorrow, the next day, you'll get all those jail credit days, but I bet it has to be available, and then I don't know if the jail transports you or if the facility, the treatment facility transports you, picks you up, so they work that out. Once I release you to jail, that's their job to figure that out. Counsel is a social worker in her office that may also join in and help, all right? Will also, at the time of sentencing, be required to complete all aftercare. So when you leave that facility, they'll probably tell you to go to AA, NACA, maybe continue with some individual counseling, whatever it is they tell you, that will become orders of this court. So if you could make sure we have a copy of that, separately, so we can all follow up and make sure that once and for all you get rehabilitated, because meth is nothing to fool around with.
Understood.
Okay. Sir, I also have some aliases here. You go by Randy James King. That's your legal name?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Then they also have Randy King, which that's, I don't know why that's an alias. A lot of people don't use their middle names, but then it's also Brad Joseph King and Brad Joseph King or Randy Joseph King. Do you use any of those names?
The Brad names I have.
Okay, but that's not your.
No, that's my brother.
That's your brother. Okay, so no impersonating your brother.
No,
Okay.
no.
So you will always use the Randy James King, okay?
That's correct, Your Honor.
We're just making sure we got it right and you understand that's the name you use.
Very understandable.
If you are released before sentencing, which I don't think you will be, but I don't know, then you will report to pretrial services weekly. You shall not use, possess, consume, or be in the presence of any illegal drugs, alcohol, or drug paraphernalia. If you have a need for any medications, you'll show a prescription for that medication from a licensed medical physician to pretrial services within 24 hours, and take any psychotropic medications as prescribed and follow all doctor's recommendations. All of those become orders of this court. You will PBT and or drug test as requested by pretrial services, law enforcement, any court officer, or any adult you live with. Do you have a place to live?
I do, Your Honor.
And who would you be living with?
My mother.
Okay. You will not own, have in your possession, or under your control any weapon, gun, ammunition, imitation of a weapon. You'll not be in the presence of anyone who has those items. You will not be in the presence of any known gang members or wear any gang colors, insignia, or gang tattoos. You will maintain your residence with your mother. Now, what is that address? Do you know?
Yeah, I wrote it down on it's 210 Paris.
Okay, so we have it on the advice rights form? Yeah, I have it. And that's in Lansing?
That's correct, Your Honor.
She'll give you permission to live with her as long as you're clean?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Any adverse change will be reported to pretrial services, the court and counsel within 24 hours, and I want all addresses approved by the court. Your mother's is approved.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You will appear for all hearings and proceedings. The next court date is the 21st of October at 10:30. Now, as to that, I don't know how long the treatment is. It's long-term residential treatment is about 90 days, so it's likely that you will be still in treatment. So is it okay if you appear by Zoom, or would you like to be brought here standing next to your attorney, which is your right?
Zoom's okay
Okay.
with me. I mean,
Okay.
I'll have to learn how to do it.
They'll help you, they're used to
Okay.
doing that, okay?
Okay.
So, and then what we do is you can talk to your attorney, is we put you in a confidential breakout room,
Okay,
so you can talk privately, and then we'll put you back in the public. room.
gotcha.
Okay, all
Awesome.
right, so, I'm just going to make a note, Zoom from treatment is okay. If you're out of treatment, you'll be here in person. Is there anything else I need to order on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
On behalf of your client?
No, is the order being sent to the jail now?
Yes, we'll send it.
Okay, thank you.
And sir, you will need to cooperate with a pre-sentence investigation report. Probation will either talk to you in the jail before you leave or while you're in treatment. I can't go to sentencing without that, so I need your cooperation with the probation department for that pre-sentence investigation.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And if you don't cooperate, we have to bench warrant you, and that's a problem, okay?
Right, of course. So I might have called them today when I,
They will find you.
okay,
If you were released to go home today, then you'd have to come back and meet with them, but they have a way of finding you in the jail or the treatment, they'll know. Okay, and you will attend that meth-specific residential treatment, okay?
so I am getting PR.
Well, you're getting a PR bond, so right now, we don't have a PR bond, but you will, as soon as there's a bed found, then it has to go to a PR bond so that the jail will say goodbye, have, good luck in treatment.
Got you.
Okay, so it goes to a PR bond, as long as you go into treatment, you stay into treatment, okay? And you'll need to sign all necessary releases so we can verify that you are doing what you need to do. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah,
Okay. And then if they give you a substance abuse assessment, you might want to sign a release so that probation and your attorney can see it, so we can coordinate what we do on probation, okay?
Janet, I have a question.
Yes,
If the jail does not find a bed as soon as possible, because he already had a lot of services at the jail. he has completed CATs, he has been doing, what actually you order him to get into all those services at the jail. And so my concern was, is that if they don't find him a bed, it's gonna.
So here's what we do. I'm not gonna modify it now, but if they don't find him a bed, or if he's not accepted, because sometimes he's not in the throes of addiction because he's had that treatment, they won't accept him for residential. Present an order to me that it can't be done, and then he will go to intensive outpatient treatment to continue. So we have options. You know how to find me, counsel. I'm available 24/7, so I'll sign that order, but let's start with this.
Okay.
Is that acceptable on behalf of the people?
That's acceptable, Your Honor.
All right, we'll make sure you get a copy of this. okay?
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you, sir. I'll see you in October.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're gonna do Clemmy Thornton next. Clemmy Thornton.
Oh, she's gonna do happy dance. What's who's come? Nancy, her best friend just come.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You can use it, just don't turn it off, just let it keep running.
Oh, you can use it, but don't turn it off. What is the power outage? Is it backed up?
It's, I mean, I got some of the files off of it, but, you need to put the stuff that is on the desktop on the drive somewhere else, because it's not gonna be recoverable for us.
But so, again,
Yeah, the stuff that's on the desktop and the documents folder, you need to put those into the servers folder, so that
oh my God.
in the event that this happens, then we can not have to.
Is that her app?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, hold on. Yeah. Is this Mr. Jones?
This is Clemmy Thornton, Your Honor.
Let me see. We've gone through so many, I don't know. I don't see here. Page 6?
Was set for
No, I'm on page
11 o'clock.
Okay, that's why I'm just looking. Okay, there you are. This is docket 263346FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Clemmy Thornton. Counsel, your appearance for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. APA Bart Luxon on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
And Attorney Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Mr. Thornton, who is standing to my right.
Thank you. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Put your hand down. Sir, have you taken any medication yesterday or today?
Yesterday.
Is it anything that would interfere in your ability to understand the court or your attorney?
No,
Is there medication you're supposed to be on that you're not on?
I'm taking right.
So everything's good?
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
very good. Any sign of fever, COVID, or other illness?
No, ma'am.
All right. And sir, you pled guilty to count 5 weapons carrying concealed punishable by 5 years. Do you recall that?
Yes,
And have you had no time to speak with Mr. Goodrich?
yes, ma'am.
And you've reviewed the pre-sentence investigation report with him?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. On behalf of the people, are there any corrections, additions, deletions?
Not to the body, Your Honor.
Mr. Goodrich?
Yes, Your Honor, starting with the body, on the pre-sentence investigation report cover page there, under pending charges.
Yes.
He no longer has any pending charges that, we'll get to that in a little bit, but it got resolved about a week ago.
Okay, so I'm striking pending charges
Yep, the OWI, yeah, 56A.
and status at time of offense as well, all of that?
No, the status at the time of the offense is, that's correct.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, if we go to, offense number 4 of 8 on his criminal history.
Yes.
Okay, under sentence, it should, instead of pending, he was sentenced to 5 days jail with credit for 5 days.
Okay,
And on the line below that, he was sentenced on 8/18 of 2026, not 2016.
yeah, that would make sense for me. Okay,
So those are all of our corrections to the body of the report.
well, let me ask you, this was the arrest date in 2015?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That explains it. So as to the guidelines, is there anything? I take it the people were in agreement with those changes?
Yes, Your Honor, people have no objection.
Thank you. And as to the guidelines?
Yes, Your Honor, PRV 2 is scored at 5. However, the only felony that Mr. Thornton has would be outside of the 10-year frame. So I believe the PRV 2 should actually be scored at 0, which would make it 10 points. Would not change the level.
Mr. Goodrich, you agree?
We agree, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court agrees. This will change. PRV 2 is 0. Total is 10. I will change on the basic information sheet. And are there any other changes?
Not from the people.
Your Honor, the defense is objecting to the scoring of OB9.
Okay.
As the court is aware, under McGraw, each offense has to be, scored for things that are part of that offense, essentially. He pled to carrying a concealed weapon in this matter. There were no victims of that offense. This will go a little bit more to OB12 as well, but while he was charged with several counts of felonious assault, none of those counts are ever going to get to the circuit court because, first of all, nobody showed up to the preliminary exam. But second of all, we got a video surveillance area of the pool that basically showed what appeared to be Mr. Thornton carrying a satchel or that he unzipped, and people looked inside of it and may have seen a gun from that. There was no felonious assault. There was no pointing a gun at anybody. So there were no victims. We would ask that OB9 be scored at 0.
Any objection?
Your Honor, as this did happen, this concealed carry case did happen in a pool where there was a bunch of children present. I do believe that OB9 would be scored appropriately.
Mr. Goodrich?
Again, I don't believe there are any victims here at all, Your Honor, based on what actually transpired in this situation.
I'm going to do OB9 at 0.
Our next objection is to OB12. They scored 25 points for having 3-person crimes essentially occurring at the same time. Our same argument continues here that essentially none of those were actual crimes that occurred. The one crime that I believe they certainly could get a point for is the prohibited person in possession of a firearm. I believe there was evidence of that. So we would ask that instead of 25, that it be scored at 1.
We have the people.
Your Honor, in regard to assault with a dangerous weapon, someone doesn't even necessarily point a gun at the individual. It's an assault or it's an assault. So an assault, Your Honor, is threatening or intimidating behavior. I do believe that showing a gun to minors would be considered an assault, even if he did not actually aim the gun at those minors. So obviously, we did not move forward with those felonious assault charges as part of the plea, but with regards to OB12, it's charged or uncharged crimes, Your Honor.
It's charged what?
Charged or uncharged crimes. So it specifically states a felonious criminal act is contemporaneous if both of the following exist. It occurred within 24 hours, and the criminal result has not resulted and will not result in a separate conviction. And it will not in this case, Your Honor, as those were ultimately dismissed. So I do believe that OB12 is properly scored at 25 points.
Response?
Your Honor, we would just again reiterate that we don't believe that there were crimes. We believe that the only other crime there was the prohibited person in possession. So it'd be scored at 1 point. While Mr. Buxton stated the law correctly on that, again, we just argue that there were no crimes to be scored at all other than the prohibited person possession. So we would ask that it be 1 point.
It does say, I'm just re-looking at the description of offense narrative, and it does say Jones stated she never seen the firearm, but seen him pull something out, and the kids began yelling that he pulled a gun and to call the police.
That was the testimony from the statements of the people from one of the people at the pool. Again, like I said, when you watch it on the surveillance video that came later, it appeared that, like I said, a satchel got unzipped.
But there was no
And
visible gun?
well, you can't see that on the video, but I would guess that there was probably a visible gun, Your Honor, just guessing, based on, people kind of jumped back and got out, and that the situation ended after that.
Does it show whether he pulled out the gun or not?
It didn't look like it got pulled out at all. It looked like it got shown.
All right, based on that, I'll do the OV 12 at 1. I'm a little hesitant, but it sounds a bit sketchy, and it looks like all of these things were dismissed except for this count, so.
Your Honor?
Yeah.
If I may just make one more final
Yeah.
argument. Reading that description of the offense narrative, right before the defendant pulled the gun out of the bag, he had been stating prior, y'all need to get the fuck out, I run this shit, and then said, I got something for y'all. So I think that shows that there was some kind of intent to threaten or intimidate people at the pool, Your Honor. So I do believe that, obviously, we're not bringing those charges, but OV 12 makes it very clear that the criminal action has not resulted and will not result in a separate conviction, and it won't in this case.
Okay, I'm convinced. OV 12 will remain 25, is that what it is? 25.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
Okay, Your Honor, our final objection is to OV 19. He was scored 10 points. The probation officer stated that was scored for lying to police about the gun, claiming it was not his, interfering in the administration of justice. Well, then they looked up, and the gun is registered to a Tammy Sweezer, not him. And also, case law has stated, people who leads to Weird, DEWEERD, stated that denial of culpability is not scoreable under OV 19. So we would ask that OV 19 be scored at 0, Your Honor.
Response,
I'll leave that in court discretion, Your Honor.
OV 19 is 0, so where are we at now? 20, 30?
We're at 30, Your Honor.
What level is that? It's not 5 anymore, is it?
It is not, it looks as though it is 3, Your Honor.
That is correct.
And the range?
I have a range of 0 to 17.
Do you agree, Mr. Goodrich?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to go back to where the probation agent made the recommendations.
It's page 2 of the pre-sentence investigation.
So I'm just gonna strike the COVID-19, right? I mean, I made that 0. And 49 was strike. And then we left the rest. Yes. Okay, thank you. Now it's consistent. And
And under recommendation narrative, it has the 7 to 23, which should be 0 to 17.
I've already changed the basic information. Let me do that. Yes, 0 to 17. Okay, I changed all of that. Thank you.
Okay, Your Honor, Mr. Thornton, while this is certainly a regrettable incident that he was involved in here, this is a person who is 60 years old. He's disabled. He has not had a felony. He's had 1 felony conviction in his life, and that was in 1993, over 30 years ago at this point, Your Honor. A few years back, he had a stroke and is now taking several medications. We would ask the court to place him on a term of probation, perhaps take a gun safety class. We'd be happy to do that to make sure no incidents like this occur in the future, Your Honor. Thank you.
May I have the people?
Yes, Your Honor, I would agree with the recommendation by probation. Given the severity of the incident here, this was an individual that had made these threatening behaviors and threatening remarks to children that were at the pool out in the public. The people are concerned with Mr. Thornton's behavior, so we believe that the recommendation by probation is appropriate. Thank you.
Sir, what's going on with you with this gun at the pool with the kids, being mean to little kids? What's going on?
I was at where I live at. I was like running into the pool area, so I was just going over and telling them that it's time to close down. So when I was coming back.
Wait a minute, do you run the pool? Is it your pool?
Well, no, I'm the one to make sure like that when it's closed, I make sure everything is put up and cleaned up and everything like that.
Is that part of your job?
Yes, that work. I mean, well, yeah, where I live at. I mean, yeah, where I live at.
So you live there and that's part of your job to make sure at a certain time kids are out of the pool?
Yeah, and yes.
So you're paid for doing that, or you get a reduced rent?
Yes.
Okay, and so why did you have to go to such extremes? I don't understand.
I mean, I just went there and tell them it was time to close down. And that was it. And then a lot of the kids that don't live in my area, they started, harassing and stuff like that. I went home.
So let me ask you this, in the area where they have the pool, is it fenced in?
Yes.
Okay, is there a sign that says pool closes at 7 or 8 or 9 or whatever sometime?
Yes.
Was it past the closing time?
Yes.
Okay, so what would you do differently today?
Well, since I ain't working here no more,
If you were, let's just do.
I mean, if I was, I would have been more courteous and stuff and gave them a little more time to get their stuff together.
And then what would you have done?
Then I would have went home, because see, where I live, where the pool is, my house was right in front of us.
Okay.
Yes.
So, sir, when something like that happens, you don't take matters in your own hand, you just call 911. Well, you get law enforcement, they're gonna get them for trespass, or they're gonna kick them out, they're gonna do something.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't do that,
Yes, ma'am.
okay? So I understand the frustration, you probably wanted to get on with your evening or whatever, and you were in charge of that, you're doing your job, but you can't use force. And if they're not doing something that a sign says, we have laws. So you call law enforcement, they're for public safety, they can help you. You being mean to kids, you taking matters in your own hands and carrying a gun, not the right decision. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I would just like to point out, when we're using the phrase kids, we're talking about like 16, 18, 19.
Believe me, sometimes I wish I had a gun, but
We're not talking about 9.
I get it, I get how teenagers are, I get frustrated myself, but when I'm frustrated, I call law enforcement. And they're done that. That's who calms down the situation, that's who gets the kids to leave, that's who shuts down the parties. You know, I feel a whole lot more powerful with law enforcement showing up than me saying, get out, you know, whatever.
Yes,
They're your power, not the gun, because now you're in front of me.
yes, ma'am. You're
Does
right.
that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You know, we've all been teenagers, probably payback for you not listening to your grandma. Okay.
Yeah, right.
We've all been there. They just, you know, that's the nature of teenagers. Gotta have some patience and then call law enforcement.
Yes, I understand.
So are you on disability now or are you able to work or not?
No, I'm disabled. Like 20 some years now.
Are you still living next to that same pool?
Yes,
But you're not working there anymore.
right, correct,
And you don't go over there anymore.
correct.
Sir, you are going to pay $130 crime victims as required by the statute, the $68 state cost, that's $198. How long is it gonna take you to pay that?
Probably about the end of the year.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you until April 1st,
Okay, thank
April Fool's Day.
you. All
Okay,
right,
you're
thank
gonna
you.
be a fool if you don't pay it because the
Right.
state's gonna have late charges on there, so you owe more money. So just return pop bottles if you have to, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So April 1st of 2027, that $198 will be paid. You have 42 days to appeal and to request appellate counsel. I'm simply sentencing you to 27 days of credit for 27 days.
Thank you, ma'am.
No more trouble, you're in my courtroom again, and you have a high odds if you break the law getting in front of me. I'm not gonna be this nice, sir,
Yes, ma'am. I agree.
okay?
All right,
If there's any trouble at your house, you call law enforcement.
I will, thanks.
Do you acknowledge receiving your appellate rights?
Your Honor, I will have to hand that to him in just a minute. I'll have to look for one over here.
Just a moment. All right, we're gonna get you those appellate rights, all right, sir?
Hey, thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next matter.
Yes, Your Honor, the next matter is going to be HYTA.
Okay, I think we have 2 or 3 of those.
We do,
have
Your
those?
Honor.
Okay, are those,
The rest are HYTA.
okay,
In
so
total.
since they're all HYTA, let's, is anybody gonna be on Zoom for those?
Yes, there is one person on Zoom.
Okay,
That's not the one we're gonna be handling first, because I don't see the defense attorney on that.
okay, so just give us a moment to get in a radar room,
Yes.
so that will conclude for today, except for that person who is on Zoom for Haida.
Yes.
Which one are you doing?
Correct.
Your Honor, just to let the court know, I found the right staff over there as soon as Kennedy walked through the
Oh,
door.
okay.
He
You
quit.
gave it to him?
Yes,
All
so
right.
he does
Very
have
good,
it.
thank you.
So I'll get you in just a second, Frank. We're gonna do this one first.
Right, so we have any first.
That's all. Okay. If you're not here on the current sentence, you'll need to leave the courtroom.
It's a closed hearing.
We will come in the hallway and get you in just a few moments.
involved. This is the closed court. So.
I don't know. I think she's getting.
She's getting those, we can just tell her. Nicole, if you can hear me, tell Kennedy we found the forms.
That's all I know officially.
It's not here.
He's not,
T. Evans,
No, Russell Keith Jr. Sorry. Keith
you're right,
Russell.
Russell Keith Jr. is not here,
okay,
but I have Evans.
okay. I.
It's been a day.
It's been a day.
Are you on Hopkins?
The better question is, are you a happy?
Yes, I just got it. Me.
All right, well, thank you. Congratulations.
But
Appreciate it.
But
I'll see you on the 31st. Have a free trial.
Okay. Are you the one I do the sub for? That's what I want to know.
Well, it's through the public defender's office. So just email Clarissa Bank.
All right.
Yeah, and we'll get it taken care of for you. We get everything filed.
Evans?
Yes.
Well, no, I want to file. I'm sorry, but your office loses my substitutions all the time.
Well, we can take care of it on the 31st.
Okay, there you go.
We'll talk about it on the record. We'll get you all squared away. That's fantastic, Dave. Thank you.
Because they won't give me
Evans is
discovery.
What's that?
They
Sorry.
won't give me
I
discovery
apologize for the
until that
confusion.
process. And your office tends to lose my substitutions all the time.
Well, it depends on who you send it to. Yeah,
Okay.
it's supposed to go through, through the office, through our paralegals who are then supposed to get everybody to sign it and then file it.
Okay,
So a lot of times we'll just go ahead and just take the finished ones and file them in court.
all right.
Because we've had so many problems with retained attorneys who don't file substitutions, and then we get called months later about cases or conflict counsels or whatever else. So we're trying to route everything through our office. But we'll take, but we'll take everything out on the record on the 31st, and we'll get you all situated and
Okay.
go.
All right.
You know,
Who's
obviously,
the prosecutor? Okay.
it's gonna be Mako.
Mako.
Yeah, Bill, of course, is retiring, so Natalie is taking over the file, that's not. Or at least she's been handling everything so far.
All right.
Okay?
Yep.
All right.
I'm excited. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave, appreciate it.
Look excited.
It's not, it's. You're terrible.
Look at that.
Bullying all the interns today.
Yeah, some guy whose phone went
My
off.
dominant hand was busy drinking water.
Oh. Who else can I?
What are you doing, Nancy? Are you throwing?
I'm
Throwing
throwing
things.
drawings. I'm an associate.
Who are we?
So who's your new clerk?
Kennedy.
Kennedy?
Right.
Do you have an email address?
Yes.
I always get, I
Oh,
need
yeah.
those because
Do you have
they're
your
the
card
most
yet?
important people.
No, I have to. Do you want,
We're doing for Cape Park right now.
I'm just gonna, if you want one of these or if you want to write it down right now. What did I do? Not a Halls. A sedative, I don't know. Werther's.
I will take.
No, I'm gonna whip it at you. No,
No.
just kidding. It's Cape Park. What do you want? You can get one of
I will
these.
take one.
Okay, perfect.
Which one?
All right.
This one.
You sure that's it?
They taught me in law school, you guys are the most important people to get in for that.
No, that's
That and the
me.
court report.
Right.
Gatekeepers. Be nice to the gatekeepers,
Where?
You know what my mug says,
nicer
right?
than to the judge, because judges have short memories. They're supposed to.
You know what that word is, right?
I do have a short
And
memory.
steno, I never showed you like sexy mark.
Like it's 10 there.
It's that, it's steno. So that's why you gotta be nice with us, you don't
You-
Thank you.
Who are we looking for?
What's up?
Trent Klusner. He was on Zoom earlier.
He, like I said, I haven't had any word from him and said that he got off.
Do you want to call him?
Yes, I can, please.
Well, while we do that, we could technically do Mr. Duncan. He's not represented by the council.
That Duncan?
Yeah, bring up that Duncan.
We have nothing else. Please.
Mr. Bird. Gotta see who's the attorney on her, and I forget.
It's supposed to be at 3:30.
I don't know who from the PD's office is on her.
Judge, we do have some attorneys waiting for civil cases as well that could go before this one, because this one was scheduled for 2:30.
Okay. I don't know what All right, let's just take a little break and let me know when everybody's together. What do we got? Do we have the notebook?
We're gonna do some civil, you said?
Probably 3 trials. I hope they waited long.
Wasn't able to reach him.
What time do they form? 3?
No, Klusner was set for
10:30.
10:30.
Okay, tell you what. Let's go to the record. What's the number?
Trenton Klusner,
What's the?
263215 FH. Yeah, 10:30.
This is docket 263215 FH, people of the state of Michigan versus Brendan Klusner. This is a date time set for plea hearing. Actually, it was at 10:30. It is now 3:18. Counsel, your appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. APA Bart Bucks, and on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of Trenton Klusner, who's not present.
And bench warrant bond forfeiture unless he shows up tomorrow by 12:30.
All right, I will get him, you want him here in the courtroom?
Or
Or do you-
on Zoom. I'm in trial, but I can take one of the lunch hour.
Okay, all right, I will have him appear during the lunch hour tomorrow. Okay, all right.
And
I
if
will-
that doesn't meet with your schedule, but he's here, then we can adjust it and talk to Nicole, but
That's fine. When he contacts me, I'll have him appear by video at 12. Thank you, Your Honor. I need him.
Oh, okay.
until tomorrow at 12:30. That's all for that record.
Thank you. Can I get the plea sheet?